I'm a sinner who knows it's hard, I just keep progressing. For salvation, I salivate. Hope deferred added pain to my saddened face. I was about to nosedive, then he added grace. Opened up my closed eyes, made me see his ways. I treat my neighbors like I want to be treated. It's working for me, homie, I can't keep it a secret. This is positive vibes, yeah, PVO. And I would rather have Jesus and silver and gold. Let's go.
Salvation for my soul.
Salvation.
Salvation for my soul. Salvation for my soul.
Salvation.
My soul. Salvation for my soul. Salvation for my soul. Yes, I do. See, we were saved back in the day. Saved back in the day, yes we were. Need salvation for my soul, my very soul. Need salvation for my salvation come and be my friend once again. See the Bible say once back in the day. Gotta get back that way somehow, some way. Salvation. I need salvation for my soul. For my soul. Salvation for my soul. S-A-L-V-T-O-N. Salvation come be my friend once again.
Oh, you.
Oh yeah, we're back, bitch. I mean, we're back.
I like that one. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
back, bitches.
We's back on these bitches.
We're
you know what I'm
back.
saying?
We're back. This is your girl Stefani Love,
And I go by the name D Forbs.
and we are the Bloc, the flyest talk show to ever trend.
Tell your friends.
If you haven't heard, you heard by now. Please,
you.
let's take a moment of silence and click the share button for us.
Boom.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Moment of silence. Go ahead.
Moment of silence. Go ahead and click that share button. Tell your friends that we're live because we got some great discussions. And then tonight is also our bowl of truth night. So my bowl of truth has been brewing with the type of questions that have entered into the bowl. They were just randomly selected. The questions weren't put together by me. They were just randomly selected from a system, and whoever pulls it they have to tell the truth.
Okay. Should we start?
We are gonna. I want you to go ahead and pull. Super producer Cam King, would you participate with us?
All
right.
We're
Just
celebrating
pull
right now
it.
too. Aren't we?
Don't read it yet. Go ahead and pull you one. Hold on to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't look. Don't try to.
All right.
Hold on. What's going on over here?
It's
The
gonna
game
get
is
real around here. You're gonna
game
learn
is
some
fixed.
things about some individuals that you may not have ever known. It may make you look at them differently. It may make you aroused. It may make you insightful. I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and start with our first question. D Forbes, what do you have?
How did I end up first? I picked last.
Yes, you're wearing red.
What the fuck? Okay. What is more thrilling, angry sex or makeup sex? What is the difference?
Angry sex, you're in the moment. You're angry. Makeup sex,
to make up, somebody had to get angry, right?
well, yeah, but makeup sex, you had time to think about it, and now it's after the talk and the.
So it's angry sex, just like some shit just coming out like, oh. No,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
with
like
that.
the spare of the moment sex.
Sounds like an episode of Law and Order potentially.
Can you answer the question though?
Makeup sex, maybe. Okay. Let's go with makeup sex, because makeup sex could potentially be breakup sex, right? You never really know.
You never know.
She might wake up in the morning and be like, "Man,
You thinking too much in it, man. You thinking too much.
Right.
What do you
Makeup
mean?
sex or
This is-
angry sex? Which one?
Angry sex is I'm upset with you, but you playing with that spot and we get into it.
Ooh.
Okay.
I need to stop
Makeup
arguing.
sex is we already been into it and we trying to make up, kiss and make up, and we have sex. So it's two different things.
I love it. I love it. All right.
right. Seems
Super
simultaneous
producer
to
Cam
me.
King, what's your question?
Let me see what I got.
All
here.
right.
Do these go back in the bowl?
No.
Roll, please. What we get? These nuts.
Come
These
on.
nuts. We got some tricky
That's what
ones
it
in
said?
there. Yeah.
That's what it said.
These nuts.
okay.
Got you. That was a part of
How
it.
did Cam get off so easy?
Hey, the bowl of truth. The bowl of truth. All right. So my question is, how often do you pick your nose? I pick my nose like every day. That's my business. Stay in my business. Stay out of my business. All right. Don't worry about it. All right. So that was your first episode of the bowl of truth.
First
It's
round.
gonna get juicy, y'all. So I'm
I
just
hope
saying.
so. The first round was whack.
All right. All right, guys. So we want to give a couple of shout outs to some people that are already tuned in. Shout out to John Fegan, Nicole
ups.
Wright.
Big
Shout
ups.
out to Jamaica Mitchell
Big
and
ups.
everybody that's tuned in on YouTube, our website, VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Yes.
Also
Tell your
on
friends.
Twitch, Periscope, Line. We stream in multiple platforms. So we
Just to
just
name a few.
appreciate all of our supporters. But we're going to go ahead and jump into Did You Know?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go. It's a lot of things that I think we as Texans, as citizens of Texas, we should know.
That's right.
There's some laws that have been passed in the last couple of days that really could affect individuals like you and I. So my
What have
first,
these sneaky folks done now?
hey,
Hopefully it's something regarding weed.
I don't know, but
Let's think
listen, the
positive.
first one is Texas Drivers Responsibility Program. It ended actually September 1st.
Thank goodness.
Woo, woo. I'm
Whoop.
kind
Are
of
we up for
excited
this?
about it.
Can we elaborate on this further?
Well, yes. So I did
everybody
too.
seems
So
turned
here's
up.
what you need to know about the Texas Driver Responsibility Program ending. For 16 years, Texas drivers who were convicted of certain traffic offenses have had to pay an annual surcharge on top of criminal penalties and court
wonder.
fines so they could keep and use their driver license.
I'm upset.
Yeah, in addition to the surcharges, service fees, and the cost of the ticket meant a lot of drivers got sucked into the whirlpool of debt and also led people to losing their job because they couldn't legally drive. Bullshit. All right?
Not
So
gonna stop
on
me from rolling.
September 1st, however, the Texas Driver Responsibility Program will end. They were the program that was responsible for charging you the surcharges however. That means all surcharge assessments will be waived and there won't be surcharges assessed after that date. You will still have to pay any suspension, fines, or fees.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right. So
that's
if
fair.
your Texas license had been expired for less than 2 years, you might be able to replace it online. If your Texas license has been expired more than 2 years, or you have never had a license, you'll need to have certain documents to reinstate it. And there's actually a website called TexasApps.gov, and you can go in there and type in your last four, your last name, your date of birth, and it'll let you know if you're eligible. I was
Wow.
eligible.
That website is gonna be flooded. Oh, big
So
ups, by
after
the way.
so many
Did you
years,
get your shit
I
back?
was able to get my driver license
Wow.
back.
I wonder if the
Wow.
government or the state can be sued for suffering and damage.
I'm
What is
sure.
it, Marcus?
That's a
pain
civil
and
lawsuit.
suffering.
Civil
Pain and
class
suffering.
action lawsuit.
We need reparations.
Because think about it.
Think we got a case?
Oh,
We got a
thanks to
case.
the
Pain and
government.
suffering?
Because think about it. Because
Lost
my
wages?
license was suspended, and I was able to reinstate it. It was reinstated once you pay your fees,
Mm-hmm.
your surcharges. But if you slip a couple of months, they'll suspend your license.
Yeah,
And if you have a suspended license, you can't get certain jobs.
that's true.
Facts.
And I
Lost
encountered
wages.
that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have to bring that
need to
up.
get
We'll
me a
have to do
lawyer.
some research. So the second did you know
Think you
was
got a
another
case?
law is Texas raises legal smoking age to 21 as of Sunday. It will no longer be legal to buy cigarettes, electronic cigarettes, or tobacco products in
Good.
Texas if you are under the age of 21.
Big ups.
I think that's dope.
Yeah, that's a solid law.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good law to pass. All right, so the third one, the last one. Texas actually loosens firearm laws, hours after the state's latest mass shooting, which left about 7 people dead and 21 people injured. A series of new firearm laws go into effect, and they went into effect Sunday, just hours after that deadly mass shooting that happened on Sunday in Odessa, Texas. So these are some of the, here are some of the sweeping firearm laws going into effect. Now weapons are permitted on school grounds. Marshals are allowed at school. Guns are allowed in foster homes. Firearms are allowed in place of worship. And weapons are allowed in apartments. And there's a list of other things, but those are just some of the main things.
Guns weren't allowed at church?
Nope.
What?
Not really. It had to be upon the church, but now it doesn't. The church doesn't have to decide. You can have your firearm.
Pastors with a 4 or 5 under the
I
pew
know a few
right now.
pastors that are
Always.
strapped, but before it had to be a decision based on the church. If the church didn't want you to have a firearm, they could have that rule. But now, since it is a law that you can carry a firearm in church, it doesn't matter what your church says. You're permitted to have that firearm.
If you come in here fucking with Jesus, you deserve to be shot. Okay?
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so that was your did you know? I think that was some very
was solid.
important shit to
That was
to
solid.
let you guys know. All right, so we're gonna go
Big
ahead.
ups.
I got some juicy discussions.
Okay.
Remember, guys, if you have not shared, please go ahead and
Oh,
share. We're waiting on a special guest. I'm not sure if he'll be in the building. He said he's
Situation?
stuck.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what
He's
stuck
probably
means.
high. It's 420
I don't
somewhere where
know.
JoJo's at. He was on a scooter. One of those scooters.
Oh Lord.
He was on one of the downtown scooters. Was he?
All right. So we're gonna later on in the show we're gonna get into some relationship hot topics. Have you ever had the dilemma of how to break it to your partner that he's not or she's not meeting your sexual needs? Well, stay tuned to relationship hot topics for that. But before we go any further, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our first discussion: Future and all of his baby mamas.
Let's talk about Future and his baby
On
mama.
this episode of Love
Let's
and
talk about
Hip Hop Dick, we're gonna talk about Future.
Hold on, not too much on Future.
Hey.
Not too much.
Well,
not
it
too
seems
much
like
on
that's
Future.
all that he does is that he has bitches hopping on his dick.
So we're good.
Raw dogging.
He has bitches hopping on his dick. Is
But
that
when
Future's
you're,
fault?
yeah, that is Future's fault.
Okay.
When you are reproducing babies over and over again.
Future can't.
I wonder
Future
what
can't have babies.
I just wonder. I wonder why. To me, it's just. I don't know. I couldn't hang with a community dick type person. So another baby mama spoke out and allegedly is taking him to court for child support. This will in fact make Future's 7th child. Another baby mama. Future had his 6th child in December of 2018, 7th child
ups.
of April 2018, and now.
Oops.
Not just 7, but it keeps growing. Last Friday, another lady has came out and said that Future is the father of now the
Allegedly.
8th child. Apparently, also Future is not taking care of his father duties. Mother of the 7th child is saying that she is already out of $100,000 after giving birth. She
Okay.
wants back pay and him to cover hospital expenses, which I think is fair.
That's nothing
The friend
for
of the
Future.
mother of the 8th child is claiming a similar story. She states
Alleged.
Future
8th
dogs
child.
her friend out and talks really bad about
Because
her.
the friend was a dog. All right.
Okay,
Now,
how do you know that?
Okay, first off, let's talk about baby mama number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about baby mama number 7.
Is it 7 baby mamas?
It's allegedly 7.
Wow.
It's allegedly 8 now, right? Steph?
I ain't ever known Future to have a baby, multiple babies by one woman.
Okay. Alleged babies, right? So, baby mama number 7, alleged baby mama number 7, took to Instagram, and the fans was tearing her the fuck up. They was asking her certain questions, like, what you got going on? Where do you live? She says, man, I live in a house with like 20 people, all right? So even if there's not 20 people in the motherfucking house, that seems like a lot of people in the house, right? She's looking for a come up.
Why
okay?
not? Her baby daddy is Future, yeah.
She targeted this man.
No,
all
what
right?
makes you?
That's
Okay,
why he got out of the
foolish.
situation with Black China quick. She tried to lock Future down, just like she did with Rob. She's down to have a baby with anybody. He's seen that coming. Get up off. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he didn't. He didn't get Black China pregnant. He didn't fall for that one. He seen it was coming. She got the tattoo, but I see what you're doing here, China. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's a great wall that's not up in China.
Okay,
right now.
so your point.
All right? These women are targeting Future. Now he's worth
Oh,
$53
my
million.
D4. Come on.
Okay, this man raked in $23 million. He's one of the highest paid rappers in the world.
Okay,
You
so
know what I'm saying?
okay, so
And he
whether
likes ratchet shit.
okay, so whether they trapped him or regardless, there's a baby now in the picture. What is Future gonna do about this?
Alleged baby.
Okay,
we don't
but
know
once
if that's
it's
Future's
okay,
baby.
so once they're going to court, both of the ladies are taking him to court. They're very sure that it is his baby. There has been phone calls that were leaked between the baby mama, the 8th baby mama, and Future, where Future did accept that that was his child, but Future, the way that he talks to women, he dogs them out. So he's just that typical black man baby father who, when a baby comes into the picture, you kind of get cold feet and you ain't the man that you pumped yourself always
Now,
up to
are we
be.
talking about
That's why
typical
you have
black men
someone.
coming up
That's
in the
why you have
90s?
someone like
Or-
Russell taking
Cut.
care of his.
Russell's a hoe. Let's leave Russell out of this.
Russell
okay?
a hoe.
Let's
but
leave
he's
Russell
taking
out of
good goddamn-
this.
He's a
and the
great
whole shit that
stepdad.
Russell does.
He's
We ain't heard nothing
great.
about Russell's
You know, them
football.
stepdaddies
All
are
we hear about
always
this
great.
stepdad shit that Russell's on. Russell,
Them
you're
stepdaddies
soft,
always are great.
and you're weird. Russell's probably a fucking pedophile. Russell's creepy. Let's talk about these baby mamas. Okay, let's talk about these baby mamas. No one wants to. Futures went on record many times publicly saying, I don't want these kids. The baby mama number 4.
You can say you
baby
don't
mama
want
number
him. He's
4.
gonna be a deadbeat.
Baby
And just
mama-
because you don't want him doesn't mean that they're not yours.
Plan
That doesn't
B?
change it.
Get rid of
No,
look,
he needs to strap up, or his pullout game needs to be a little bit
mama's
stronger.
baby, daddy's
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And you're legally obligated if they request a DNA test. It could be for any reason. A come up. Maybe they want a spot on Love and Hip Hop. You never know. But we can't just trust them just because they say it. We're going to
Okay.
dog black men out. What about these black women out here? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say I trust any of these females, but bro, you would have to agree it takes 2 to tango, right?
It takes 2 to tango. But you can't have one on the hip, one in the stroller, and
But
one on the
wait a
way.
minute.
And then
How-
all
how
of a
do
sudden,
we-
this
how
is
do you
Future's
know-
baby.
how do you-
How
hold on,
many
wait a
more
minute.
babies do we got?
D-Forbes, let's
Are we
be-
trying
let's
to
be-
take care of all
D-Forbes.
7 of your babies?
Okay, D-Forbes, let's-
On this Future's child support check? Is that what's going
so
on?
let's be
You
realistic.
live in a house with
though.
like 20 people?
All right. Okay. So let's be realistic here.
Okay,
You
let's be
don't know how many you don't know these baby mothers from a walk of life to even assume that they're trying to trap him or anything like that. What Future needs to do is he needs to man up. If you have women out here who are claiming you're their baby's father, nip it in the bud and let's go find out. You want women taking you to court for the rest of your life because you're allegedly their baby's daddy? Come on now, D Forbes. Ain't every bitch just gonna sit up here and make that shit up about Future.
Maybe they
Future
trying
is
to
the
come at-
common
maybe-
denominator
maybe.
in all these baby mama drama shit. So come on, he gotta take the blame for something.
Even if they tried to trap him, he fell for the trap.
Yeah, he raw dog.
So we're mad at Future for falling for the trap?
Yes.
Okay.
There is no excuse for ignorance.
Tighten up your game, Future?
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it.
And then if you don't even want to look at babies, you're out here raw dogging and skeeting in bitches that you
We
claim
don't know
are
that to
fools.
be true,
What-
do we?
Okay, all right.
Do we?
Okay.
How ratchet are these hoes knowing that he got this many
Well,
baby
you know
mamas
what?
to let
Birds
the
of a
nigga do
feather
it?
flock together.
They looking for their ticket.
They
They
looking
looking for that
a meal
ticket? So we can all admit that they might be looking for that come up?
Hey, if they is or not, if they
They
have a
want that
baby by
come up.
him, he's responsible to take care of that kid.
That's fucked up. Are we going to excuse these
All
facts?
right.
What?
What facts? What facts do you have?
This America that we live in is so one-sided. It's so one-sided.
It always been like that, D4.
It's crazy.
always. All right, guys,
I feel
so what
like,
do you-
I feel like this needs to change. We need to raise more awareness, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if he wasn't so stressed out with bringing in $23 million last year, okay? It's not like he can't support these children. It's not like he won't. Maybe this is deeper extortion, right?
Eventually, that if you got 8 children, D Forbes, and you're not with any one of the baby mamas, it ain't really. I mean, you're gonna really have to work for the rest of your life to take care of all these kids until they turn 18
Future
years
is
old.
a rock star. They were probably in the band with a couple other females.
Let me give you a story.
Okay.
I know this chick had 2 babies by one of the Backstreet artists.
Backstreet Boys?
The Backstreet, what was the?
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
The Backstreet Boys.
The white boy.
Oh, Blackstreet.
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 My bad.
Okay.
Blackstreet.
Not the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
I don't think any of them had babies.
They kicked it, you know what I'm saying, had the babies, you know, the group ended up breaking up. He still had to pay $100,000 a month.
$100,000
Got to
a
be
month?
more careful.
So
That's crazy.
He got behind $1 million. So it's just like Future. At some point, your career gonna end.
Yeah.
And you still gonna have these babies.
Yeah.
So they need reparations. That's crazy. You can't be set at this child support and just in case your fucking career might end. Then how do you keep up with that down the road?
That's his fault. He's the one going out here screwing bitches and having babies.
But in 18
At
years,
what
Future's
point-
not going to be getting
If
$2
that was
million
your
a show.
son,
That's
and every
crazy.
time you turn around,
That's
not
crazy.
6 months later, but 2 or 3 months in between, you got babies dropping. If that was your son, what would you tell
Alleged
your son?
baby.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
All right. Then. Okay, then. So
Maybe
why
get
can't you? Why
snipped.
haven't you said that about Future this whole time? All you have done is
I don't know
degraded the
what
women.
Future got going on.
Why haven't you said, you know what, something is wrong with this picture? Why won't Future strap up?
We haven't
sitting out here
got a chance
having-
to ask Future the question, Steph. We
We
haven't got
never
a chance to
will
talk
be
to
Forbes.
Future.
Let's be realistic.
never know.
Anyway.
We spoke to
If
Lil Flip.
you got so
Why
much
not?
money, why are you only giving $2,000 away on tour to college students? $2,000 ain't gonna do shit but buy groceries for a couple of months for a college
That's
student. But
love.
he's calling it a scholarship.
Food is a whole bill.
$2,000 scholarship, that ain't shit for college, D4. So Future has bigger things on his plate that he needs to worry about. I don't give a fuck who Future
How
is
many
as
people
a
did he
woman.
give $2,000 to?
I don't give a fuck. But
Just
you got
one
8
random college
children.
student?
Right.
Huh? A grant free
That's a
money?
meal. That's your
Give it-
meal for a whole
So how
month.
much are grants really worth? You don't get just big grants like that. You get a bunch of little grants that accumulate to a lot. Like you know what I'm saying, because that's just free money that's out there available to you. So
All right,
a
guys.
$2,000 grant is pretty fat actually, not a scholarship. A
All right,
grant.
so let's address some of the comments. All right, so Alana DeVille says his pull-out game is weak.
Okay,
I think
baby.
so as fuck. Nicole, right? Oh, wow.
When did you become so
She
sleazy?
says,
I didn't
Daniel, when
have
did you
7
become
fucking kids.
so
Okay?
sleazy?
I
And
know
she-
how expensive the shit gets.
She also says, you know damn well you would just have sex with a tramp without strapping up. Stop playing.
When have
She
I
says
ever
that
just
about
been known
you.
to roll around with tramps, Nicole?
Woo!
Okay, Nicole.
All right.
If I roll around with tramps, Nicole, what does that say about Miss Wright? Okay, I'll leave that there.
Female, they got money. What's the female that got money?
A female that got money? I like that.
J-Lo.
J-Lo?
Nah, not this.
Megan Thee Stallion got money
Megan
now.
Thee Stallion. And she about to get a degree.
Megan the side. Okay.
Pull out game is weak on Megan.
Okay.
Trapped her.
You're a trapper, right?
Yeah.
Would you be mad? You can't be mad at the dudes that trap the females, right?
Nah, look at Kevin Federline, right? Look at Kevin Federline. They're not mad at the females. I'm just saying, if we're gonna
So
get,
how you gonna be mad at the females for trapping the dude, but you ain't mad
I
at the
didn't
dude?
necessarily say
Because
that I was
Forbes
mad.
is a woman hater. At the end of the day,
I love
D
women.
Forbes is
I
questionable
love
because
women.
he hates women's. Everything that comes out of his mouth about
That's
a woman
not
is
true.
she's sleazy, she's a floozy,
No.
she's
We discuss
trapping.
floozies.
Everything
We could be
is-
talking about Cardi
everything
B.
So
Is she not a floozy?
degrading
I call
when
a
it
spade a
comes
spade.
when it comes to women with D Forbes. That
I love women. Okay. You
all
called me
right. I don't
homophobic
know.
one episode. How can I be
I'm a little-
homophobic
I
and
don't
hate
know.
women?
You're homophobic.
Which one
You're
is it?
woman phobia. I don't know what the fuck you like. You don't
Okay.
even like toes, my nigga. That's why I said
I
you're
don't like sucking
questionable.
toes because I don't like toes in
Shit.
my mouth. That's weird.
All right, so guys,
Toes in
if
your
you're
mouth
out
is
there raw
weird.
dogging and you don't want no alleged baby mamas coming to the forefront,
Wrap it
pull
up.
out.
Pull
all
out.
right,
You know what
don't
I'm
be
saying?
the community.
And
dick
ladies,
of
don't
the
get
world.
trapped neither, because if you got good credit, who knows? There might be Kevin Federline out there. You seen what happened to Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, hey, shit.
It's
a
okay
cold
for him
game
to look
out
for a
here.
meal ticket, but once a bitch do it, it's a call.
No,
The world is about to blow up.
Since the females are doing it, fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So you're saying every female traps a nigga and
No,
because
that's
you
not
know
what I'm saying. That's
I-
not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that all Future's baby mamas don't have shit going for themselves. Nothing. to
Sierra,
stand
look
up.
at Sierra.
Besides
Sierra probably makes more
We're
money
not talking
than
about
Future.
Sierra. We're not talking about Sierra.
Come on
obviously.
now. Oh yeah, you don't want
We're
to
not
talk
talking
but
about
she's
Sierra,
his
obviously.
baby
How
mama.
much is Sierra's net
Proven.
worth?
It's
Future made
proven.
23 million last
Plus
year.
her husband, so since she's
He's worth
married, his
53
money is
million.
her money, so they got a lot more money.
Whoa,
They got a
whoa.
lot more money, whether
Whoa.
you like it or
Now we
not.
just wanna
Whether you
claim
like
checks.
it or not. I'm sure Russell
53
don't have a
mil is
problem with
53
Sierra
mil.
claiming his
How much
money
did Russell
you
sign
know why?
for?
He's a real stepdaddy
How
and
much
he's
did
a
Russell
real
sign?
black man.
Fuck
That's
Russell.
why.
Fuck
That's
Russell.
why.
Russell probably
is
got
the
side babies
fucking
right now. We
man.
just ain't heard no scandal about Russell yet. You know what I'm saying? He's squeaky clean
Russell
right now.
is as close
okay?
to as
All
close
right.
to as Obama as
Even
we're gonna
Obama
get.
smoked Newports,
Shit.
Russell. You know what I'm saying? Russell ain't got nothing on him. He's too clean. I don't trust Russell. You know what I'm saying? Russell got something on him. Even Obama was
Nicole
puffing
says
Newports
forget them
in
women
the
that
White
hurt
House.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
Nicole said forget
Come
the women
on,
that
man.
hurt you. Okay, bro,
Man.
you are hurt.
What the hell is
All
wrong
right, we're
with
gonna
y'all?
go ahead and
What in
move
the
this
world?
show along, guys. We're
I'm
gonna go
hurt.
ahead and get into a quick video, and we'll be right back.
Cool up music.
Yeah. Straight like that. Came in with a love for it. Was on the corner with the drugs for it. Love for it. Me and Roy wanna record. It's a network thing. Push out down talking network slang. Had $1 in a dream. Riding on 30 from the bottom with the fiends. It's impossible to see, but the devil don't know I got the gospel in my jeans. I remember those nights in a couple cup fights. It was hustle on the scene. We done really grown up. Got a studio in Dallas. I'm a business owner. The path wasn't showing us. We were stoned into an urge with young pups.
My testimony, I pledge of allegiance. I walk with the Lord. I got many reasons. I come from the struggle, but that was a lesson. We made it this far. That was a blessing. Music, love, God. The real take charge.
Negative buildings, we knocking them down. I was lost, but I found. Right here in the gold crown.
10 toes on the road now. Real nice how the flow sound. Black head in a gold crown. Found gospel life to a hotel. No cap, got the lamps out. Quit school with the route. Stay down, never tapped out. The right now the boot jumping like a trap house. Came in with a mind for it. No doubt I'ma cry for it. Front line when it's time for it. Home run, I'm a shot boy. No rest for the chain breakers. You just slang cocaine, but I gain favor. Now the flow propane, thanks to my savior. Competition can't hang, got annihilated. I'm connected to the source. The flow expensive like a Porsche. Put the instrumental on. And watch me ride it like a horse. I was dedicated to it. Moved from East Texas to the north. I'm just trying to shoot my shot, yeah. Like a ball on the court. I pledge allegiance to the light though. Cause ain't no telling how it might go. Stay balanced on your tightrope. Bullets fly through your body like lipo. More murder, that's a psycho. This whole world's going psycho. So who you down to ride or die for? As for me, it's God first, no typo. On the mic, I'm a maestro. Nice flow, deep coast like a Bible. Yo, coach, I can still go ISO. Put me in, we can win, no tight scope. Life shows, I can pose with my eyes closed. Conquer all gold, that's a high note. Me and my bros on a fly boat. Fly low, that's a no touch the sky for.
My testimony, I pledge of allegiance. I walk with the Lord. I got many reasons. I come from the struggle, but that was a lesson. We made it this far. That was a blessing. Music, love, God. The real take charge.
Negative buildings, we knocking them down. I was lost, but I found. Right here in the gold crown.
10 toes on the road now. Real nice how the flow sound. Black head in a gold crown. Found gospel life to a hotel. No cap, got the lamps out. Quit school with the route. Stay down, never tapped out. The right now the boot jumping like a trap house.
Salvation come and be my friend.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're back with all the bitter bears.
Cut it out.
All right, shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. We're waiting on Uncle JoJo. He's going to tell y'all his story when he gets here. What happened to him on the bird scooter. That's what they're called, the bird scooters. JoJo, come on now. I don't know what you did, but we're going to find out. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into some fly shit.
All right, big ups.
I don't know if I want to take your fly shit, though.
I got a letter for the people.
All right, we're ready.
Wait, hold on. We normally got a drop for this. It's coming. It's coming.
Skinny jeans?
Whack.
Rumpers?
Whack.
Broke?
Whack. Look, Steph, look. Only fly shit, okay?
Okay. I got some fly shit for you.
That's that scooter.
Wait, no. Hold on. Just take this seat. We gonna get to it. Hold on.
After his fly shit, you gotta tell us about your scooter.
Yeah, we're gonna get to you in the scooter, JoJo. We're gonna get to you in the scooter. Hey, so I got a letter for the people. All right, I got a letter for the people, and this is exactly why.
Who wrote the letter?
I wrote the letter.
Oh,
this is fly shit. All right.
Oh, my.
You know what I mean? This is exactly why I'm not hurt. All right. This is the gentleman mentality. All right. Now, I wanted to take this time right here. Okay. The whole phase was set in place to get your morals straight. Okay. To get your morals back tight. All right. So that you're not damaged goods. Some damaged floozy nigga for the queen that may be waiting around the corner. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what the whole phase was set in place for.
We talking about whole phase for a man?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Now hold on. I'll refresh that in case you didn't hear me. The whole phase is set in place to get your morals tight again. All right. Get the bullshit out of your system so that you're not some damaged floozy nigga for the queen that may be waiting around the corner. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now we're going into the gentleman mentality, fellas. All right. I want y'all to listen up. This is fly shit. All right. First off, this is something that I see outside in these streets way too often. Stop cussing out the women that you are just trying to holler at. You know what I'm saying? A second ago. I see too much.
That.
Hey, probably. You know what I'm saying? Future, listen up. This is fly shit for you too. All right? Now, stop cussing out these women that you are just hollering at out the gas station. Hey, say little mama, woo. And then all of a sudden, bitch this, bitch that, and the third across the gas station. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. Now, fellas, we get rejected, okay? Everyone does not get a trophy in this game that we play. All right? Just you gotta live with that, okay? Now, every female is a queen of someone. All right? So with that, we must move as kings. All right? Keep it G, fellas. And by this, I mean gentleman-like. All right? You can't fuck them all. Protect yourselves. Keep yourselves clean. And always keep it G. You understand what I'm saying? This was fly shit. So, this was the gentleman mentality.
You need to DM that to Future.
Skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Whack.
Somebody get this to Future.
Whack.
Hold on.
Broke?
This is where we
Whack.
turn up.
Look,
right
Steph,
here.
look.
Yeah. Everybody
Only
at home
fly
turn
shit,
up.
okay?
Okay. I got some fly shit for you.
Just a young fly nigga.
Yeah. I think Future might need to hear that right
They've been standing out there too long to be wrestling on each other.
there. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Any questions
Any questions?
about fly shit today?
I came in the middle of your monologue.
Yes.
I heard,
Public address.
you know what I mean? And now a whole phase for a man.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Well, all right.
Some D4 is
Now,
made up.
I believe in equal opportunity. All
Okay.
right? True story. So, you know what I'm saying? Just as well as a female can be painted as a hoe, so can a male. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Like the slut walk, Amber Rose, right? The whole face. D Forbs, right?
You're
Now, I
co-signing
feel like
that.
after a bad breakup, after any breakup, you know what I'm saying? You know it's over. You know what I'm saying? You got to get over that breakup. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through your necessary shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get certain shit
Hence
out of
the
your
whole
system.
phase.
The whole phase. You were thinking about shit in this relationship. Let's just be real. We're men. You know what I'm saying? You were thinking about shit that you couldn't do. Whatever. You're outside. You're free again. Get back in the saddle. Forget about your past. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is it's set in place. You know what I'm saying? To tighten up your morals, fellas. Now, the definition of floozy. You can be a floozy nigga.
So you go through the whole phase to tighten up your morals.
Tighten up your morals.
Boy, I tell you.
To tighten up your morals.
Niggas.
You got to get shit out of your system.
So it's kind of like I go out there,
that's right,
seeing and testing the waters to
You
see
go out
what
there,
I
you
don't
be a hoe.
want.
Not just the waters.
I mean,
now I told you can't fuck them all. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta keep yourself clean.
But what I'm saying is, you can do all that. But what I'm saying, the purpose of this is to see what I want and I don't want, or
whatever that may be. You gotta get back to doing you. All
I
right,
think
Cam?
he's trying to channel King Jaffe Jofa. Go out and sow your royal oats.
No, that's what Future's doing too much. You can't be out here sowing oats. That's why I say protect yourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Stop sowing so many motherfucking oats. I'm just saying you gotta find yourself again. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta do you, because can't nobody do you better than you.
In order to find yourself, one must be lost.
That's when you start the whole phase. Cam, are you high?
Find yourself in the pussy.
Whoever pussy.
You know what I'm saying? But the whole phase is set in place to tighten up your morals, goddammit. The definition of floozy is one with loose morals. Tighten up your morals, you know what I'm saying? And, that way you don't be damaged good. You might have a good one come around. She might have been waiting there the whole time just seeing what the fuck you've been going through. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? And then, boom, show herself when you least expect it. So you got to be ready when she come through. So you got to get you some new shoes, get you some new sheets, you know what I'm saying? Get you a fresh lineup. Feel good about yourself again, baby.
Gotta get a little cologne, gotta get some smell goods.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you move into the gentleman mentality. You understand? You get ready to buckle down again. You know what I'm saying? You get ready to,
But it's some bullshit. Let me move on. Hell. All right. This is next week. Stephanie doing fly shit. Cause that was some bullshit, and I got some real shit. All right.
I love fly shit, baby.
Look, Steph, look. Only fly shit, okay?
Okay. I got some fly shit for you.
Just a young fly nigga.
This is nice, right? Everybody at home turn up. Everybody at home turn up.
You're the only one turn.
It's okay. If it don't apply, let it fly. It might be too fly for something to catch it. It's okay. That was fly shit. I'm your boy.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into the bowl of truth. And before we read our questions, we're gonna introduce Uncle JoJo. He finally made
Uncle
it to
JoJo Radio.
the show.
Hey, Uncle JoJo.
Shout out
What
to
it
Uncle
do,
JoJo.
man?
You wanna say what's up to the listeners?
What's up, man? It's me again, Uncle JoJo, the empathetic asshole, enlightened hypocrite. Y'all know what it is by now.
Yes.
So I'm gonna act like I'm your teacher. Why are you late, sir?
Tell the listeners why you're late. I think you owe it to the listeners.
Why are you late?
I decided to channel my inner London white people shit. You see what I'm saying?
That's not inner Londa.
No, listen.
But London don't do that kind of shit.
But
Londa don't ride scooters, especially on the day,
that's
especially on Black Tuesday.
That's the expectation. So I'm sitting at the house. I'm like, I'm finna get there on time. Everybody out doing their thing. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not Ubering. I'm finna catch the scooter to the side.
It's 100 degrees outside, JoJo.
Say,
He said he gonna catch a bird.
I'm gonna catch a bird. I'm doing good. I'm be in and out of boom, boom. I'm getting back. I'm feeling young again. I'm feeling white, channeling my Dennis the Menace. You know what I'm saying? Man, I must have crossed over that bridge. That bitch got to slowing down.
He locked that bitch up.
Man, it didn't lock. It started slowing down. So I'm looking. I'm steady trying to go. I look down. It says, "You are out of the zone."
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So basically, I guess they have a map that I wasn't aware of. And when you cross over into nigga country, you know what I'm saying?
Bring that motherfucker back.
They're like, no. People in that zip code don't ride scooters. Turn back. So it get the whistling. I'm riding, the alarm going off, man. I'm just like, what the fuck?
He's taking me to the ghetto. Help.
And then the thing is, when I turn around, I give it some juice. It started picking back up when I was headed back north. I hit that left. It's cut off again. So I'm like, fuck it. I got to get there on time. Now I'm just old school and I'm just pushing it. Shit. And get the whistling again. Everybody everybody looking at me. I had to cut it off.
Well, we're glad you finally made it.
Yeah,
Speaking of telling the truth, you just pulled the first bowl of truth questions. So go ahead and read your question.
It's wet.
Okay.
What am I afraid of?
What are you afraid of?
Difference.
That's a good question.
Nothing.
Nothing?
That's a very good answer.
Okay.
Is the bowl broken?
All right. D Forbs, what do you have?
Let me see what's up. Whack ass bowl. Hold on. Bow. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done?
Good question.
I've been
Fly
getting
shit.
She didn't even feel right saying that.
Oh,
Big ups to
fly
everybody
shit.
who loves fly shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the dumbest
This guy
thing
said fly
you've
shit.
ever done? The dumbest thing I've ever done. I don't know. I've done some dumb shit in my day. I guess
Fly
like
shit.
anybody else. Nah. You like fly shit too. You should run that back too. You know what I'm saying? Take notes, tell your friends.
I'm fucking with fly shit.
Yeah, fly shit's the shit.
Sometimes.
I don't know, man. The dumbest shit I've ever done. I don't know. Can we come back to that?
Yeah.
Answer none of your
You already pulled one.
I've done some dumb shit. I don't know. I've done some dumb shit out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got one. So there was this one time, right? I was at my dad's house, and it's up on the second floor. And I wasn't supposed to be going nowhere, and it's snowing outside. And there's like a vine thing that goes up the way, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can crawl down on it normally, you know what I'm saying? Like a ladder, almost. So I stuck out of this shit a million times, and I wasn't supposed to be sneaking out, you know what I mean? But anyway, it was snowing outside, it was kind of icy, and I snuck out, and I slipped, blow, and I fucking fell, and I was so fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I fell in the bushes down, once it broke my fall, but I was fucked up. I had to ring the doorbell so my dad could let me back in the house.
Yeah, that was
You know what
pretty
I'm saying?
dumb.
That was pretty dumb.
But what's even dumber are these questions.
What's
Why
that question?
y'all on the questions? Just read the fucking question.
Because I done pulled two and I haven't had a question yet.
What's that
Right,
one?
while we talk about fly
Boy,
shit.
you ugly.
You gotta mix it. All right, so my
This
question
shit is rigged.
who in here is the least likely to do anything with their life? You know what? I'm going to answer
like a
this
high
honestly
school
and go with there's no one in this room that I would think that wouldn't do anything with their life.
Plus, I think most of us have lived like a long time.
Yeah, so I think everybody's up to something in this room. Big ups to y'all. All right, so that was the ball of truth. We're going to pull some more later, but we're going to go ahead and get into relationship hot topics.
All right.
Does my relationship suck? If I don't lick on any toes, am I gonna stay single forever? I'm the bomb in the bed. So the long distance thing really doesn't work, right?
And now it's time for relationship hot topics.
Wait till you see the other one. Seems like you're on the roll tonight.
That's what I'm saying. What's going on?
You got the lucky pick.
It's called synchronicity.
All right, guys. So this week on Relationship Hot Topics, we're going to talk about how to tell your partner your sexual needs are not being met.
Okay.
All right. So everything revolves around communication and relationships. So this is Relationship Hot Topics. I promote love, safe sex, and marriage, and also quickies. Yeah. So I've had talks with people who were in love or at least really like their partner, but when it comes to loving or even really liking the sex, they can think of about at least 24 other things that they'd rather be doing that's sad, tragic, and to me that's sad and tragic. Personally, I think that good sex consists of great communication. That's why when someone is sexually dissatisfied, I don't encourage or support faking orgasms. More on that in a little bit. I'll get to it. Only venting to their friends and or quietly resenting their partner or cheating. Sex is too good not to be out here enjoying it to the fullest, but there is a better way to go about getting what you want and need if you are sexually dissatisfied. Here's how I advise handling that matter.
Just do it!
Just do it. All right, so number one is do it outside the bedroom. Okay, you don't want to offend your partner in the place that you get intimate by telling them you're not meeting my sexual needs, because then that bedroom experience will never be the same after that point. So it is important to avoid having the convo about your partner not meeting your sexual needs in the very spot where all of the magic happens. Instead, do it on a neutral territory like the living room or the kitchen, or even better, while taking a walk together outside of the home. That way the conversation won't have to be associated with an area where two of you are regularly hang out or are intimate.
Or she can't get to nothing quick enough to throw at you. Outside the home. Okay. Outside the home is good.
Y'all agree?
Yeah.
Well, I think I need to be sitting down while you letting me down easy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You better be on your best game. All right, so number 2, speak specifics. Is he a selfish lover? Is he a minute man? Is he a bang, bang, bang kind of dude? A lot of women want their man to read their mind, and men want their women to be specific when it comes to what they want and when they want what they want them to say. It's also a good idea that before you embark on having this kind of conversation, that you spend some time alone so that you can figure out exactly what it is that you are displeased with. He can't read your mind. He also can't change what you don't clearly and lovingly articulate.
This is
so
true.
Would you rather for a female to tell you
yes.
that your sex is not, like, you're not meeting her sexual needs, or, I mean, what? Like, would your feelings really be hurt?
If you're not my old lady, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. But we can't read your mind, ladies. We can't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to verbalize it. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I would want you to say something to me, because I don't want you sitting there faking the phone.
Nah,
I would rather you tell me.
Yeah, because then you look like the dupe to our friends. Because we talk about it all. All right, so third is avoid making comparisons. As you're in the middle of processing how sexually dissatisfied you are with your partner, be honest about what it's really about. Is it based on what he's not doing, or is it that he's not doing what old boy from before used to do? You've got to always keep in mind that even when it comes to sex, no two partners or experiences are going to be exactly alike.
Okay.
Good point.
What old boy used to do.
Now, that is the adverse effects of a woman having that whole phase and being with a lot of different men. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So you have not for real.
Okay.
Am I lying? I mean, let me tell you something. So let me ask you, since you are the woman that feels like a man cannot speak on anything as it relates to women.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you don't agree with that in the slightest form.
Wait, repeat what you said.
Exactly. You just like to be disagreeable. But I'm saying that's the adverse of a woman. You get them soul ties, or the more at bats you have, the more likely it is you're going to find somebody that's going to hit that home run. So then when you get somebody that's coming up there and getting them singles or bunting, you looking for a boy that was hitting them home runs. And he ain't going to never measure up.
I guess, like I told you, Sunday, I'm just a different type of breed of girl. I agree. I said it right here that I don't never compare what someone did before and expect.
Well, I'm different too, because I done went back and asked all my girlfriends, and they all told me I was better.
Shit, I got told the same thing,
every single one of them. Lie to me.
All right, so number 4, avoid any passive-aggressive behavior, too. How can you know if you're a passive-aggressive type of person? If you make backhanded comments like, I mean, you were much better tonight than you usually are. Or if you use sarcasm to get a point across. Another example of being passive-aggressive is when you downplay your needs and say something along the lines of, I know this is probably going to sound petty. Now that I think about it, a cryptic form of being passive-aggressive is faking orgasms.
That's fucked up.
Have y'all ever faked an orgasm? I think it's kind of hard for a man to fake an orgasm.
I faked an orgasm.
Man, someone having a fucking orgasm before.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think it's easy
Is it like
to know.
when you nut, like just
Yeah.
I think we.
You know what?
Sometimes it be real like,
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
embellish,
the toes be off.
embellish the
Can't feel
moment
my pinky
somewhat.
toes.
You know,
I've
it's
actually.
A man can fake an orgasm.
oh, yeah.
Nah, I look for the leak afterwards. you
no.
better not tell me you know.
No, I mean
that shit ain't leaking.
They fake or we fake the just like y'all fake the emotion involved. Y'all may still come, like we gonna come, but we don't have to go like all that, you know. But we may do that.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Okay,
and that's faking it, you know. That's faking it.
It depends on how live she's going. You know what I'm saying?
So be sure not to act like you're satisfied when you're really not. And if you do that often, it's only going to lead to resentment at the end of the day. Okay? Number 5, my last one. Oh, I got 2 more. My last one. Be what you desire. Do you deserve earth-shattering sex? Most fucking definitely. But you are significantly decreasing your chances of experiencing it if you are wanting your partner to do or be what you're not willing to do or be.
Okay.
I agree. Don't ask for something you ain't willing to give up. Your damn self, all right? And my last one. Who wants to have sex with a jittery person or control freak? So my number 6 is don't harp on it. Rome wasn't built in a day. For many of us, great sex isn't either. Besides, this ain't a sex scene from your favorite chick flick. This is the real world. If you're digging him, their chemistry and the relationship is going well in every other room of the house, don't assume that things are totally doomed just because you're currently sexually dissatisfied.
Okay, big ups.
Y'all agree?
I think you be breaking it down. They need to tune in and get these jewels that you be dropping every Tuesday night on the block.
So yeah, just because you're not satisfied doesn't mean that abruptly means that, you know, you can't be in a relationship with that.
Here's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Can't you just like be like abrupt with it? Like, hey, you're not sucking enough dick. You know, I need a little bit more head. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. Do you think that'll fix everything? Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. How do you suggest spicing it up? Or maybe, right, ladies?
We just gave you tips.
Nah, but these are where I'm missing at. You know what I'm saying? I heard it for the women. You know what I'm saying?
It was for men and women.
Yeah, you know, it just seemed kind of one-sided.
Well, I can't say men because I'm not a man. I mean, I can't say a man, women because I'm a woman. So when I'm speaking, I'm speaking to the men.
I get it. I get it.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Yeah. That's a way of spicing up the relationship.
Sucking on toes every now and then.
Sucking on toes?
No.
That's not.
You don't suck toes?
That's not a thing.
No.
That's not necessarily spontaneous. Just something that you never do, but you do it, you know, just.
Sucking on toes to them?
Like while you ride, driving downtown, you pull over, y'all.
And suck on some toes. Okay, look, check this out.
But if it's a whack fuck,
Check this
it don't
out.
matter if it's spontaneous. It's just a spontaneous whack fuck.
So
Because the thrill of getting caught.
Right.
The
So,
thrill of people seeing you.
yeah.
It's about the moment.
I know, so
But look,
that's
yo.
kind of like tricking a woman. So what I'm saying is, I'm
Nah,
just
see,
saying,
and that's what I wanna say. That's what I wanted to speak
I'm
on.
just saying, because if you take a woman and you're not satisfying her sexually, you know what I'm saying? She might get a rush from you doing something different, and that might last. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was more speaking on. Pull over and not have sex, but take a stroll in the blue bonnets or something. You know what I'm saying? That's
no,
something.
let me down in the blue bonnets and screw me.
Well, I mean that
That's
too. But
spontaneity,
if that's who I'm dealing with, you know, if that's the girl that I'm with, and I know that's what you would want to do. But if it's not, then just something that you wouldn't ordinarily do. You just do it on the spur of the moment type of
So
deal.
shouldn't that be a regular thing, or is that how you know that you in a rack relationship any motherfucking way? Because if like Steph said earlier in the thing, like, okay, might not do what old dude used to do or old girl used to do.
Well,
So
it should be a regular thing, but if your relationship has become stale because you are no longer doing those things, then do that. Be spontaneous at some certain point and do something that you just never ordinarily do.
Okay, so what if it was never
we missing out on a jewel that this dude dropped on us last week. What's his name? Kenneth. The jewel, he said, and I've never heard nobody put it like that. I've talked about it all the time, and you can't trick the vagina. He said a woman's heart is not gonna open up for somebody that the vagina didn't co-sign for. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
So-
So you cannot trick the vagina. You can do all of the tricks and go all these different places, but if you ain't got the motion in the ocean or the tool to do the food,
You ain't got that juice,
it
baby.
ain't gonna help none, in my opinion.
We talking about two totally different things.
Okay.
Though. Y'all are talking about sex inside a relationship, and the question was, the question from D Forbs was, how do I spark up?
No, I didn't conclude that question. What I was saying was how Steph said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Old dude used to do, old girl used to do, whatever. So what if you go into that relationship, okay, the first time is underwhelming, but for whatever reason you end up in this relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? People do that type of shit, right? You might be in a relationship, there might be other beneficial things besides sex, right? But you need that. We all got needs type shit. Yeah. So if you're gonna be in this relationship, shouldn't you really just give it all the way out any motherfucking way? Be that freak he or she all the way out anyway? Like, just random sex and random shit should just be a fucking thing, right?
Right.
Any motherfucking way.
But that's
How females want that. You gotta know what your girl wants and what she's cool with and what she's
And inside of a relationship, sometimes you fail to continue to do those things that you used to do in the beginning of the relationship.
so the sexual need might have been satisfied early on in the relationship. As say if there's kids that now are in the picture, then things get complacent. You're not having sex, like, so that also entails, well, hey, I don't want to sit here and have to watch porn more than I actually have sex. So my sexual needs are not being met.
Sometimes that's a thing.
I know. Sometimes it gets really fucking boring to always have to watch porn.
Hey, sometimes we go through dry spells. Hey,
That's my
thing. We all watch porn here, okay? It's a fucking thing sometimes. I don't know.
So sometimes you just gotta shut this motherfucker down over here at 36, 31 and be like, get your motherfucking
Ain't no
ass
shame
home.
in my game. I watch porn, okay?
I do too. Shit.
Fuck it. You know, we all, it happens sometimes.
All right, guys. So that was your relationship hot topics. Just have great communication skills when it comes to your partner. Don't just go out and cheat because you're not sexually satisfied. Be spontaneous. Find some new things to do to spark that love interest back into your relationship, to make sex great again in your relationship. And hey, long-lasting relationships all over, because Stephanie Love told you.
Big ups.
That was your relationship hot topics.
Tell your friends.
Does my relationship suck? If I don't lick on any toes, am I gonna stay single forever? I'm the bomb in the bed. So the long distance thing really doesn't work, right?
And now it's time for relationship hot topics.
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Queez is still underwhelming.
Right this time you know we going in.
Bowl of truth. All right, guys, it's now time for the bowl of truth.
All right. I feel like it's getting good this time. It's round 3, damn it.
All right,
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
All right.
Make it quick, too. God damn.
Nah, I gotta get a good question this time. Bowl been underwhelming.
Go ahead and read yours while we're at it.
Maybe I need to.
Ever thought about the same sex? Hell no.
What was the question?
Ever thought about the same sex? What type of shit is that?
I did not make these questions that were randomly pulled off of a system.
Yeah, no.
All right, he says no. All right, super producer Cam Kane.
That's sure what I got to tell. Have you ever sexted anyone?
Sexted.
Sexted.
Anyone?
You know what sexted is?
Dick
Oh,
pics.
God.
Yeah, I actually sent a picture of my private to this one chick one time.
Got that juice.
That's about. I mean, we got right to the point. You know what I'm saying? It
So
wasn't-
but did
You
she
working with
ask?
this or no?
Did she ask, or you? How did you?
She sent me a picture of hers first, and I was like, "Oh, she think I'm a punk." You know what I'm saying? So I pulled mine out and I sent it to her.
So is that how that works? So if she sends a picture first, like it's some titties or something, or some box.
That was the first and only time I've ever sexted. So I was like, saying, I'm for real about
But
mine.
I accept your challenge.
Challenge. What?
Challenge.
Uncle JoJo.
Big ups.
Uncle JoJo, how many people have you slept with?
Oh shit! They getting into real life situations.
How many people have I slept with? I would say about 9.
Nah.
This guy.
I think we should go around the room
People
and
must
ask
be watching.
everybody.
I think about 9, maybe 10.
Okay. All right.
Nice round number.
That's a nice good number, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a good number.
You
Yeah.
gotta add a zero
Like
to that.
petite number.
That's a good number. I'm
You
like,
gotta add a zero to that.
Damn, that's a lot.
oh.
Nah, you gotta add a zero.
That's a lot.
Double digit.
No, that's
Oh,
Zero to
that's
that.
anemic. That's diabetic.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's anemic right there.
Add a zero to that, man.
all right.
Need a
So
transplant.
mine
We'll
was
give him
what?
90.
You 90?
90. No, give him 90.
Nah, say you ain't 90.
Who, me? No, we don't want to discuss my career. Okay. I didn't put that question on.
Oh, you put 90
Hey,
on
like my
me.
man said in the comments, everybody has a whole face, baby. Everybody.
All right, my
Mine was in
question
college.
was, what's the worst thing you've ever done?
Damn.
I stole from Target and went to jail, and I was planning my cousin's memorial that same day, so I couldn't even show up. 'cause I was in
What'd
jail.
you steal?
I forgot what I stole.
There's a funeral about to go on.
But big ups to Marcus because he came and got me right out.
Hey, Big Marcus will do shit like
All
that.
right, let's see. Oh, that was it. That was your bowl of truth. We'll be back with some more questions, guys. But we're gonna go ahead and get into a topic. All right. So, what is the average amount or the average cost of a date in the USA? ShadeRoom.com came out with a survey, and it was a map of the United States, and it outlined what the typical average cost of a date in every state costs.
I'm intrigued.
So before I give you what Texas was, I want to go around the room and I want to ask y'all, what is the average amount that you would spend on your first date? D Forbs, just
$47.50.
$47.50. All right, Uncle JoJo.
Free. I'm not taking you on. And I started to make a post about this.
Hold on. Look at Cam.
Okay.
Super producer Cam King.
No limit.
No. Okay.
No limit on the
Whoa.
first date?
No limit.
All right, Big Marcus. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
If I gotta spend money on you the first time we interact, then we gonna miss out. And I'm not just talking. So I started to make a post about it, but I didn't want to hear shit from my wife. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a few friends on my friends list that I done hit. You know what I'm saying? Hammered or whatever you want to call it. And they'll tell you, we didn't go out on dates or go out and kick it until we were already involved. You know what I mean? I need to know that you digging me. You know what I mean? That you digging me for my company before I go and drop. Like, what you look like dropping $200 every time you go out on a date with a woman?
I
JoJo
look like a
did say-
baller, baby.
JoJo did say he only fucked with about 9 chicks. So it
Yeah.
might be,
And
might
then
be on
what?
something.
Or are there expectations at the end of the night?
Not really. I'm not tripping.
What if you don't?
No expectation.
No expectation.
It's first date.
It's first date. So what if
So-
it's not a second date? Do you feel robbed?
No, because I could have went to the strip club and did the same thing.
yeah, don't be out here on a wine, but acting like you got a wine budget and you on a beer budget.
Yeah. Now,
So I'm
speaking
just
of
saying.
first dates,
Well, speaking of first dates, C4 said $47.50. Cam said free. Marcus said free.
I said
Cam
unlimited.
said
I mean, Cam
Unlimited.
said no limit,
Yeah,
no
there is
limit. You said free. All right. Well, me personally, I've had my experiences of dates, and one of my last date ever, and it was about a couple of years ago. It was I guess I'm the type of woman that's not really too, you gotta spend all this money, and I'm not looking at that. I'm not watching
down
your
to earth.
pockets. So yeah, so my first date with my partner now, who I'm with, he paid for our date with a gift card.
with a gift card?
Yeah, I still
where?
don't know how much to Chili's. I
You
still don't know how much it was, but I know I ate good, so
It was the
wasn't-
Chili's from what I hear.
You got food.
Chili's?
Okay.
I hear they come in increments of 50 at least.
So did you get some
Okay.
drinks on the gift card?
I got a drink.
What drinks did you order?
I
$50
can't
goes a
remember. That
long
was
way at
like
Chili's.
9 years ago.
Okay.
So I can't really remember.
Do
like,
you remember leaving full and tipsy?
what I can remember is that he got the pussy the
That
same
night.
night.
Hold on. So
Same
look.
day?
Hold on. So he got He got to knock the Sonic rings out that day.
But he knocked it out the park.
So that goes back to my point. She was digging the company. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you what stood out to me. First, it was we had great conversation on the phone leading up. Well, first it was how we met in Carson's Live, and then he said, because I called him right after the club, which I never do. That was always like a #1 rule. So he said he knew he could smash me, you know. So now it was just I wanted to have a conversation with him.
I thought it was a booty call.
But it wasn't that first night.
That night.
Once that nigga drove all the way out to Garland to get me, and he pulled up in a Cadillac. Oh yeah, Piper! I hit jackpot.
You better come.
So he took me to dinner. That was like one of my first official dates ever in my life. I was still like in my early 20s. So, hey, I think it was well worth it. I don't think women should really just look at the amount. If I had to be honest, women sell themselves short if they're just only looking for the amount that is spent.
A Chili's gift card hit a little bit different when you pull up in a Cadillac with leather seats on it. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I don't know.
It's all about what you do.
There was some player variables into that joke.
And you know a lot has to do with the type of person that you're dating. I mean, if he
did ask y'all. He asked me.
Well, if they're a down to earth person, then you can get away with something like y'all talking about $50 limit or something like that. But
that gift card could be smoked.
But there are women who want to go to Papa Do's, and that's $50 a plate.
And you know why they want to go to Papa Do's? Because they don't have the extra money to take themselves as much as they like to. So they'll hey, let me take you out.
But what's wrong with that? You a man. That's what you're supposed to do in the relationship.
And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. But if you put it on a pie chart and Papa Do's is 85% of the pie chart and the person that's taking you is only 15%, that's when I have a problem. So this what it's gonna look like. I meet Steph. What's up, Steph? How you doing? Woo, woo, woo. We talk, we text. Okay, let me pull up on you. We gonna meet in my apartments, your apartments. We gonna sit in the parking lot. Boom. That's the first date.
No, you ain't come to
That's the first date. You smell my cologne. We exchange. We get the vibe. The second date is gonna be pool. A couple of shots. We talking, shooting pool. You done spent about $25. You see what I'm saying? Now, whether we done smashed or not, we've built up some kind of rapport. You see what I'm saying? And she's showing me like, okay, I'm rocking with you. I dig. So now we might go to, Papa Do's. You know what I'm saying? Now we might go, but I just can't start it off. My daddy, he put a lot of bullshit in me, I guess, when I was little.
I don't know. I could see it both ways. I think it depends on the person that you're taking on a date. The reason why it worked for me is because I was more entertained from the very beginning, from the moment I walked out of my front door and got in his car. I was high. I got high. I've been smoking unlimited weeds for 9 years now. So I haven't had to buy my own sack probably about like 4 or 5 times in my whole relationship. It was all about the entertainment. I was more entertained, the conversation. So I didn't have time to
can you resist that smile? Look at that smile over there.
That smile, baby. Yeah.
JoJo trying to make up because he was late trying to ride
Well,
that
I did want to give y'all, let me tell you, in Texas, the average price of a date in the U.S., Texas, is $110.99.
Fuck, stop.
Ladies, if you are looking if you're all about your money and you won't accept anything less but the big chochos, you might want to go visit a place like California. They're spending about $226 on a date.
Wow. So $100 and some odd dollars wasn't a lot of money for a first date?
New Jersey, they're spending about $259. In Connecticut, they're spending about $230. D4s, where Where you from?
Y'all boys slipping. Man.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, well,
Arizona.
if you were in Pennsylvania, you'll be spending about $193. But since you've been in Texas, you've been on that whole shit, and you only spending about $40. See what happens when you move to Texas?
It snows and first dates cost too much money. Tell your friends.
Damn.
Hey, Arizona's my shit. I fuck with Arizona.
Arizona.
Goddamn, Arizona's up there too.
Ooh, Arizona. I'm about to say, is Arizona a state? $59 Arizona.
$110.
It's 106 for Arizona. 106.
All right, guys. So there it is, your average price of a date. So next time you go on a date, pull out your map. You can Google it, and don't accept less, ladies. Than what's on the grid. So. All right, guys, that was the block. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with the bowl of truth, and we're gonna get into Malaysia Booker and the transgender.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're here with D. Forbs from the Bloc. He's gone on record many times saying that he's the hardest radio host, and there's not no radio host in the land that has more bars than him. I guess we finally get to see his things. Oh, yeah.
Everybody wanna say what they do if they was you. Guess if I was you, I wanna shine like me too. Focused on banking billions. They cool with just G's. That's fine, you find basic appealing, but that's just not me. That new thing slide like I shine the wheels up with grease. I got a lot of new money, them bills don't come with a crease. We own all you see, I heard your Camry come with a lease. From the west to the east, man, they can't handle the beats. Your squad trying to big you up like dog, you tried it at least. His flow raising the degrees, he tried to tell you he eat. I hope it's clear, I won't let nothing on too late stop me. Cause the real is always better than the bootleg copy. Heard they tried to scoop my old breeze, but she like real. Call yourself trying to be like D, she be like ill. I know it got kinda gritty, end of the day still. You can come home whenever, mama, you know the deal. My fam spit them hollow point bars that shoot out the desert D's. With that hairpin trigger that's so easy to squeeze. They keep rap alive, they asking for my team and me. But we got other shit to do, so they better say please. Don't be fooled by the 3-piece, I'm always G. And it don't matter how you cut me, I'm always cheap. And you can charge it to the game, just know there's interest fees. Change how they watch, listen, and dress you, just attempt these things. Respect it like a fucking kingpin. Live like I bring them things in. Mouthpiece of gold, they love the way this boy be mingling. Looking salty, cause from state to state, my name be ringling. A hero out in Puerto Rico, and a favorite out in England. Anything I get in the fall, you get it by the springs in. Take it for what it's worth, you had a good run, but things in. So off we go, let the trumpets blow. It's well known, cause the boy D. Forbes is a pro. I said the roller's back.
Fortune 500 Empire, they've done it again.
Yeah, I said the roller's back.
I think D. Forbes should have stayed this time.
25, 24, what? Hey yo, the roller's back.
Hey yo, Bullet Cooler Media, you know I win. Baby, without you, baby. Okay.
Hey yo, the roller's back.
5 tapes. Let's go. I don't know what else to say. It's getting quite spooky out here. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Mad genius, you crazy, baby. Big Marcus, I see you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're back. That was what was the name of
Intro.
that? Intro by our boy D. Forbes. Guys, he's not only a great host, but he is also a hip hop rapper.
Big ups. Maybe we'll talk about a gospel album down
he
the
got
line.
them bars, okay? All right, so guys, the bowl of truth. Uncle JoJo.
When was the first time you came?
Oh.
Hey, I remember the first time I came, and I remember the first time I tried to come.
Which one you gonna give
The first
us?
time I tried to come, I must have been, I think, in the 4th grade.
Wait.
And that was back when you had the box.
This is when you tried, right?
This one I tried.
Okay.
This one I tried. And this when they had the box. Yeah, I remember the box used to be 44B and what? TLC. See, you was up there in Pennsylvania, cold country or something. But
when
look,
were you in 4th grade?
Huh?
When were you in 4th grade?
Shit, many eons ago.
I think we were in 4th grade at different times.
Yeah. TLC came out with Creep. Now, if you remember the video for Creep, they had this scene where they had on the silk pajamas and they was dancing. And T-Boz had this little thing where her bra kind of, you can see her bra.
Don't tell me that's
I'm
when
in the
you
4th
came.
grade. Man, that's when I tried. I got to hit that thing.
Oh, no.
But it wouldn't do nothing, but it just itched. I would literally try to get it and jack off until it itched. And I had to stop. So that was the first time I tried them. I remember that vividly.
Friction.
All right, D Forbs.
Okay.
TLC. I ain't never gonna look at them the same anymore.
What is your favorite special toy?
You don't have a special toy?
What is like a special toy? Is this like a sexual toy?
Hey, I don't
Okay.
know. Whatever your special toy is.
I don't have special toys. That's
I don't know. You have to
not
tell
a thing.
us.
No, I know what I'm saying. I don't have special toys. It's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
But there was this one time I was involved with this one chick, right? And she pulled a toy out, right? And she was like, here, hold this right here while you do this, and the third. And she, never mind. But it was eventful. Mirrors fucked up, all kind of shit. It was like this, like, it was a vibrator kind of thing. And it was like, you know, you can kind of hold it. So, you know, you get your stroke game popping. She was like, hold it right here. And then she just...
Sounds like a hibachi.
I don't
Hitachi.
know.
Look at this couple, yep. Been there, done that. Got the been there, done that. Got the cap and the t-shirt to match.
You know, I like that toy for her. That was my favorite toy for her. So, yeah, big ups.
All right, special toys. All right, so super producer Cam King.
What's been on your mind lately?
Nice question. Now that's a good question.
No, actually, I just been about my money game lately, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to stack these dollars, man. That's about it.
Okay.
All right, ladies. He
I
got
thought-
some money. He got some dollars.
I
He
thought
say
we was
he's
gonna have to
stacking,
hit the K
ladies.
Files drop. See, stop trying to set Cam up for one of them expensive
I'm
ass
just
first dates
saying.
that we just
I'm
seen
just
on that map.
saying. He
That
say
shit was crazy.
there's no limit on the date.
That's how
He's
future
single.
baby mamas end up
He's
happening.
trying to stack his
Cam.
money.
And I don't
that's
mean
all.
like
That's
future
all.
baby mamas. I mean future baby mamas.
Oh yeah,
Cam,
definitely.
Oh, I got the
Cam
perfect
up.
young lady for you on the love rug.
yeah.
You are going to be one of the best ones on the love rug.
Love rug.
See what that bowl of truth will do for you?
Tell them about the love rug, JoJo. Tell them about the love rug.
About to be the hottest thing smoking, man. You know what I'm saying? We really are trying to just pair people and give people, if not relationships, at least good friendships and companionship. Because there's a lot of good people out here, man, you know, looking for the same thing. So I'm trying to bring everybody together on that wave, on that frequency. You know what I mean? And the main thing of it is for men to create a space to where we not judging women, we not putting them down, we providing a space for them to express, you know what I mean, their whatever they need to express, whatever they need to get out their chest with us. You know, I'm trying to find a few good guys like Killer Cam.
The
Forbs.
love rug. Do I need to come to the love rug? You know.
Okay.
An older woman that's gonna teach you some things.
Yeah.
Is he open to learn?
You know.
I already know who I'm gonna put him on the rug with. I got somebody for you.
Yeah, he needs someone like Aunt Val on Queen Sugar. D Forbs do. Yeah.
Aunt Val?
You see Aunt Val take her dress off the other day?
Is that Val fine?
Yeah.
Wait, Aunt Val's
Aunt
not
Val
fine?
gonna cook them pies for you, baby. She gonna make sure you're right, all right?
Aunt Val sounds a little more to love.
All right, so I have, what is the song that you get it onto the most?
Jacquees.
Well, I don't have sex to music. I make my own music. Have you ever heard Macaroni?
Whoa.
Yeah. So I don't need no music. Sounds like macaroni.
Big ups. This
like,
is not
what?
a family show
They gonna go
tonight.
home and cook macaroni and be like, what does macaroni sound
Kids,
like?
I hope you're doing your
All right, guys, that was your bowl of truth. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our last few discussions of the week. Malaysia Booker. All right.
This shit.
I don't know if you guys remember who Malaysia Booker is. Her picture will come up shortly. But yes, that is now what she will be identified. The judge denies the defense's attorney's request to call Malaysia Booker by her birth name in Dallas court. When Edward Thomas stands trial in April assault targeting Booker, the jury will hear the victim's chosen name, not Pierre, but Malaysia. Judge Garza ruled last week.
Whoa.
Booker, 22, was
That's crazy.
shot and killed a month after being beaten in the Royal Crest Apartments. She was attacked after, I guess, hitting an individual. He didn't want to let her go. It was seen on recording that he was offered $200 to beat Booker, and clearly he did. And now he's facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and he is standing trial now, or getting ready to stand trial. He's actually facing up to 20 years.
Damn.
So, what's your thought of this? My first question is, do you agree with her being called by her chosen name and not her birth name?
Fuck no. We can go by AKAs in court now?
Clearly you can.
That's fucked up. Why are we making this exception for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? If they go by AKA, they say your government name, AKA, whatever the fuck.
She
like, you know what I'm
probably
saying?
did do a
Like,
legal
Yeah.
name change, so it's not a AKA.
It is an AKA if it's a legal name change.
You're asking
You know
the
what I'm saying?
homophobia.
It'll still go by
Homophobia.
AKA, also known as. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just saying. Like,
All right,
it's a
Uncle
thing.
JoJo, what do you think?
I think it's some bull.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit.
And okay, so with it being the judge ruling that we will have to call her by her chosen name, Malaysia Booker, what do you think that this is gonna do for the defense in this trial?
I think for the defense of the young man.
Yes,
I
of the
think
young man.
it's a big blow to the defense because they frame the attack in a situation where it wasn't. Now, if initially I thought that it was for the murder. So if it was for the murder, I didn't have any problem
With it
with
being-
the name Malaysia being used because that was the guys probably up under why he was sought out and why he or she,
Right.
was murdered. But in this case, I saw the video. This was a big dude.
So was Malaysia.
No, that's what I'm talking about, Malaysia.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's what I'm saying.
She wasn't as big compared to the
was
man.
big as
that
fuck.
beat him
But if you
up.
watch the video, she got out like on some rah, I'm finna do it. And the girl run up and was like, girl, these ain't them bitches you be fighting. These are real niggas. These are real men. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so he's known for fighting.
He's known for fighting
Women.
females, and I don't want to, people got family. I'm just going to express my opinion with the most be as sensitive as I can, but be real at the same time. It had nothing to do with sex. You could have been a real man or whatever. I don't even know what words to use, but you just could have been a straight man who identified as a man. And when you jump out in that setting
Heterosexual
like
male,
that,
I believe
on an
it's the term.
offense, calling people out, you put that kind of energy out there, that energy
That's
is
the
going to come
same
and
shit
find
that
you.
I said. You know what I'm saying? If you outside trying to getting involved in the wrong shit in South Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Some shit's gonna happen to you. She was shot in the head. You know what I mean? And not to mention, you know what I'm saying? They had a meeting about Malaysia Booker and
We
the things
talking
that she
about
was into.
We're not talking about the murder, though. We're talking about the assault.
Yo,
The murder
assault,
is a
so
different
let's-
thing, bro.
Let's talk about that assault. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that assault. You know what I'm saying? And the name change. And the name change. You know what I'm saying? They trying to paint this picture that Malaysia Booker is a woman. You know what I'm saying? When she, at the end of the day, got in a fight with another man. Right? Like, so they're trying to, I feel like this name change is like them trying to paint the picture to the jury like this is a woman.
What if the guys, even though she got out the car and, was doing whatever, what if they targeted her or it really made them really want to beat her up because she was dressed like a woman?
No, because that wasn't the situation, because the first dude who was initially involved in it, if it was a man, he would have got on his ass. You see what I'm saying? The fact that's what kept him off of her, that fact that she was transgender. But when you go out there and you picking at the hornet's nest, somebody gonna bite you. It's too many people out there. You're gonna get what you are looking for.
So looking at the video, you don't think that whether it was a female or a dude, you don't think that was excessive?
I think it was,
that they should have taken it into, like, neither one of them would probably have been in that situation that day if all of them would have just handled it the way it was supposed to be handled. Called the police.
How do you handle somebody hitting your car and trying to run off?
But if little
Let's
Mike
put
got
everything in the
jumped
context.
Every day, and we don't hear about about people getting brutally beat up.
Exactly. We don't hear about it. It's not a big deal.
I heard about people
You know what I'm
getting
saying?
murdered for backing into somebody's car.
But we don't still talk about it. If Lil Mikey got drug out his car and beat up, we won't
whether
be tripping.
she was a female or a male, I still don't think that situation was handled right. And unfortunately, I mean, who's gonna be so dumb to go the way that they do? I said the other day, I asked y'all the other day, do you think that the LGBTQ community gets special treatment? So why would you put yourself in a situation to attack someone that's a part of that entity that kind of gets that special treatment versus just, you know, doing what's right? Call the police and file a claim with the insurance.
I wanted to answer that.
Handle it like civil adults is what I think.
That makes sense, but you never gave your answer
But
about
see,
the
the
name.
LGBT community in Dallas, they've openly stated that they didn't want anything to do with Malaysia Walker, and there was a couple of friends as well. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I don't know about
or Malaysia Booker. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, the AKAs got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? But the LGBT community stood forth like, hey, we don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? They're not claiming them, they're not taking them in, they're not accepted in their community. And her friend came out to speak about that. You know what I'm saying? Followed it up with some terms that she never had plans on, you know, making it public that she was a man, you know what I'm saying? And that she had every intention on passing as a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how she was just getting off. So maybe there's, you know, there's something against their code, something against their honor, because there's reasons why they're not speaking up on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? Or his behalf, whatever. You know what I mean? So they're not, he wasn't getting special treatment.
She had the full support. She mismanaged like the GoFundMe. People started saying, you know, this is not who you want to make the face of the movement, guys. But you got to keep in mind, she dead now. You know what I'm saying? So how can you advocate? How can you rally? Like, regardless of how you look at her, it's a life that's gone. You know, so she's dead. She's not going to be at the trial.
Living too. It's a certain life that she was living. So in the press conference that they had, the meeting, and they opened it up to the public for everybody to ask questions that didn't quite understand. You know what I'm saying? The
she's
speculation.
been dead.
Yeah, since she's been dead. You know what I'm saying? So they got to ask the police what was up. What about the prostitution charges that she had? You know what I'm saying? What about certain this and that? So like I said before, previously when we initially spoke about it, she was living a certain life that was leading to you getting shot.
So because she lived that type of life, I'm
just saying we still can't focus it on her being a member of, or being a transgender or whatever it is. She was involved in some fucked up shit.
Well, we're not even talking about now the murder trial. When that comes up, I think that whoever murdered her, I don't care what her sexual preference was,
or her activity,
or her activities. No one deserves to die like that. No one deserves to get killed. I mean, period.
So why are we so upset about the assault?
No one's upset. We're just discussing it. However, like adults,
I think we're talking about the assault because they decided to use Malaysia Booker instead of Pierre, which would be the government name. And speaking on that, I don't know if we're gonna talk about Malik.
Yeah, we will after.
So D.L. Hughley was talking about that incident today, and it kind of infringes on what we're talking about now, where he seems to believe that you are trying to redefine what you are as an individual, man or female, your gender, by saying I identify with the opposite gender or sex. And I kind of agree with that, and because that ties in with the name. What name should you be using? Because you're trying to redefine yourself, and I identify as a woman, that causes this issue in the courts of law. How should we reference this person?
As it's a woman or a man. Right. My initial statement. They're trying to paint this picture as if it's a woman.
And so instead of trying to redefine who you are, you should just be sought or looked at as who and what you are. You were born a man. And no matter if you're taking, medications to change your anatomy and your biology and your chemistry and all of that, at the end of the day, you were born into this world as a man, and that's what you should be addressed as in the court of law. But because it's not so much a special treatment, it's just the wave of society. that they are wanting to make being gay and lesbian as normal as possible. And in doing that, you have to give them certain rights on the civil level. And this just is another phase of that, where we are to normalize being gay in our head.
So how do they expect the public to just be, snap into being so okay with this seemingly new culture?
Well, if by law, if you do something wrong to these people and you are prosecuted, people are going to change their minds in the way they think about it. If it becomes normal in society and it's more prevalent on TV.
And who's pushing this?
Like
the LGBT
Fox
community,
and,
right?
And Empire. Now that was
Right, 'cause
really
they got
shocking
numbers.
stuff when I first saw Empire.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
who's pushing this though, right? That's
know
who's
what
pushing
I'm
this though,
saying?
right? Is the LGBT community, right?
Well, no,
I
not
just
so
say the
much.
society as a whole.
Yeah.
Society as a whole. But that's crazy. I feel like they skipped right over the whole black thing. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy is black and a transgender or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these people are.
Being
And it's-
transgender and transsexual affects people outside of the black community. So that means you have a reason then to care about it. Now, if it's something that's only going on in the black community, people outside of the black community don't really give a damn about it.
Right.
And you have to understand that.
I don't feel like there should be any special treatment handed out. Seemingly changing laws, going by alias names in the court. And
Well,
all that
they're
other
not
shit,
changing
you know what I'm
any
saying?
laws. The judge
Seemingly.
just
No,
ruled
but
on
They
this
do
is
get
what
more
that particular judge ruled in this case. Now, we're not saying that if something like this was to happen and another judge is over that he would rule this same way. So it's not a law. It's just what the judge ruled.
I'm willing to
in
bet
this
that the
trial.
judge would, because it'd be a lot of blowback.
Right,
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because they have more political leverage and political clout than black people, and it's on opposing sides. But I want to address something that Mr. Forbs said, because Mr. Forbs, you kind of sound like those police, right? When they kill us, and the first thing they do is go and pull up our record, or they get our urine sample and stuff like that. Now, we were talking about the assault and the name change and how that, and you transition over to the murder. And I want you to clarify it and see if I took it right. You know what I mean? Because you was kind of like on some shit like, well, she was a prostitute. She got shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? Like
The life that she leads. From the assault, from her getting drug out of the car, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, my whole statement, you know what I'm saying? When we initially started reporting on this, from her getting drug out of the car to the end of her life, you know what I'm saying? She was involved in faulty shit. Now we made this. Now we made this big deal about her sexual preference and about all this other shit and painted it around her being a transgender. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel is the big focus. And then furthermore, it is. You know what I'm saying? Now we go to changing the name. You know what I'm saying? So she can be identified as a female when this is still a man at the end of the day. This guy's facing, what, for the assault, 20 years?
They say it's 20 years.
20 years? Now, if two guys get in a fight, are you facing a charge like that?
No, it wouldn't be 20
That's
years.
crazy. They're painting it like it's a woman. So like I said from the beginning, which is why I went all the way down to the murder, the life that she was leading, I don't feel like these charges being handed out, all of that. I feel like it's bullshit.
And
being
if
handled just like any other random black kid in the streets. You was outside doing some fuck shit. We shouldn't give a fuck. Just like we're not giving a fuck about the rest of the shit. You know what I mean? The rest of the black people out here that get shot, and we don't speak about it. We don't remember about it.
We speak
none
about
of that shit.
We
don't.
See, I think that you get it mixed up because we are discussing on the show that that's what we're harping on. This happens. Okay, but hold on.
You know what
this
I'm saying?
happens to be the topic of the discussion right now that the judge ruled. So that's what we're speaking on. I don't agree with it. I don't think that she should be called by Malaysia Booker in court. I think that she should be referred. Even her parents call her Pierre. They don't call her Malaysia. But however, this is what's going to happen in that trial. Period. That's what that. So I don't think that we are harping on that this is just a situation. This is the individual that's involved. This is the individual that's involved in this situation who happens to be a transgender. So yeah, we're going to talk about her gender preferences. We're going to talk about how she chose to live. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to say because she did this, and that
she
all that
deserves to
she
die.
faced, the beating.
I didn't say she deserved to
well,
die.
that's basically
That's why I gave you a chance to clarify because you did kind of say it.
That's
And
kind of what it
but we don't have
sounds
to,
like.
but we don't have to go to the but we don't have to go to the extreme. It's just like if it was an elderly woman,
Right.
we will be talking about it as a senior citizen.
Right.
Like
There's
so,
a reason for
but
that,
murder.
though.
But I'm saying murder is different. So if you kill a young child or elderly person is different. So the fact that she was transgender, you cannot just deal with it.
Right, you have
straight.
to.
You
yeah,
have to
you
like
can't.
address it.
There's no way
Now
around
the
that.
mannerisms, what you address it as, we can talk about that being right or wrong.
Right.
But you just can't skip over and say, born a man, blah blah. Boom. You at least have to have that conversation before you arrive at that decision.
And I was gonna say before you got into it was I agree totally. If you feel like you have to treat her differently because she feels like she's differently, then something is not right about that.
At all.
Something is incorrect with the thinking.
Yeah.
And you should just stick to the facts. And the facts is he was born a man.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
And that's how you should treat it. Now, if you beat her up or you killed her because she was a transsexual, then that falls under hate crime.
Yeah.
And you should be prosecuted accordingly because you dislike something about this person, whether he was black and you did it, he was a transsexual and you did it out of hate, not of spite. So you should be prosecuted accordingly. But on the other end of it, call him for what he is, and that's a man.
All right. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and segue into Malik Yoba since we're on the whole trans women, trans men type shit tonight. So Malik Yoba thanked the fans for support after he revealed he's attracted to trans women, and I have a clip.
Good morning, family. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all the good folks who have reached out in the last 24 hours, seeing my name, talking about trans attraction. Imagine that, Malik Yoba. So here's the thing. We're human beings, and we're all part of the God body. And so, unfortunately, part of our mechanism is that we need to judge and categorize and ostracize and vilify and demonize the things we don't understand. As a black man, I know the stories my daddy told me. I know my history as a black man, what it meant for folks to tell you you don't matter. I don't believe that. I've never believed that of myself or other people. And so, toward that end, September 27th, 28th, Washington, D.C., the Trans Visibility March on D.C. I will be there doing my love and trauma workshop, the Trans Experience, and I invite you all to join. And so it's going to take the efforts of everybody. You know, I've got 3 children, and I apologize to my own children because my kids got some foul messages with folks thinking that it's okay because you don't understand something. Just because you don't understand something does not make it wrong or does not make people wrong. I don't even understand all of it, but I'm willing to ask questions. I'm willing to align myself to get close to so that I can understand. Just like I didn't understand Spanish, but I got close to it and learned to speak it. French, Japanese, musical instruments, math equations. You don't understand these things, so you lean in. You ask questions, you inform yourself. Check this out. The most interesting people in the world are also the most interested. So I hope that friends, family, loved ones can come out, share your experiences, share your creativity, share your vision of what a just world.
All right, so that was Malik Yoba expressing his thank you for the support. So as you heard, he's using his public platform for the trans community after speaking out against transphobia following the death of 20-year-old Maurice Willoughby. And Maurice Willoughby was the young man who committed suicide last week after being bullied because he dated another man. So he ended up committing suicide. So he's speaking out after that. And Yoba has also admitted to identifying as a cisgender. We spoke about that a couple of episodes ago. And cisgender, I want to say it's like the ones who can't really identify whether they're gay or
what?
Like they're in between.
Man,
that's the only thing I can think of.
He did it with a dude, right?
Really...
They coming up with all kind of orientations, man.
I'm just saying.
SIS.
It's a denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender corresponds with their birth sex.
Should we help him out? If you've ever had a dick in or around your mouth, you're gay. If you've ever done it with a dude, you're gay. Malik Yoba.
Cisgender is basically what it's saying is that they identify as their sex assigned at birth. So he's saying that he's not gay, but he is attracted to trans.
No. What? So he identifies
as being a man.
Mm-hmm. But he has that sexual fluidity or whatever. You know what I mean? So you can do whatever you want to do, and I don't have to identify as gay or straight. Or bi.
Right.
I'm cis. I'm whatever I want to be on whatever day I wake up of the week. Like, what the fuck? The world is going to hell in a handbasket, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't judge it. like you know, I try to assess. I try not to judge.
Right.
But did this Negro just compare Spanish to liking transgender women?
Yeah, he did that. He compared a language to
like, man, I'm not gonna hold back, man.
Don't.
That shit's sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is sick. Now, I don't care if you black, white, or candy stripe, male, female, or hermaphrodite. I don't give a damn if you're a trendy name Annie or you're gay name Ray. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got love for everybody. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm able to assess certain situations in the way that this world is moving, you know what I mean, without contempt, without hate, without condemnation, because I have common sense. So when you got a black man, just think about what he used to represent on New York Undercover. You know what I'm saying? Think about that character that he represented. Look at his skin tone. Listen to the tone of his voice. He is everything that you look at like a strong black man. Like, we identify with him running niggas down in the streets, brave,
that was just acting, though. That wasn't who he really was.
But you know, we love these people for these characters and for what they represent.
I
you
think
can't
that's
take
our
that.
fault to take that and make that who they are, because at the end of the day, those are just shows.
No, those are just shows, but you can't tell me that you don't look at Angela Bassett and say she's played so-and-so or Denzel, or you can't. That's
because,
a part of
the
it.
Same thing. I've met Denzel Washington in person, and he's very rude. Like, he's not approachable. But I've never been the type to say, because you're this way in this movie or this show, that I realize that all those people have a life outside of acting.
I'm an adult, and I realize, okay, it's just like this. If you look at somebody playing somebody in a dress, you look at them like that's a conversation that you have. Only thing I'm saying is from him to go from that on primetime television, and instead of her being an advocate for black issues, for young men, for police brutality, this dude is speaking up and putting himself out there for the right to like date transgenders, and then it comes out that he been soliciting underage transgender prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even had this conversation with his kids, so it comes more across as opportunistic and to try to save himself from what he know is coming down the turnpike about to get exposed.
Got some shame in
Fuck
his
Malik
game.
Yoba, bitch
Fuck
ass.
Malik Yoba. Big ups. I agree with JoJo. Big ups.
So I gotta ask the question, and this again, shouts out to DL Hughley, because I listen to him in the afternoon sometimes. So they posed the question: can a heterosexual male, and I'm talking to you guys, of course, can you guys, as a heterosexual man, be attracted to a transsexual person?
No, you don't tell that's a nigga. You don't see that's a nigga. Their hands and all that shit. Is that what you're
no longer heterosexual.
So when they ask the question, when they ask the question,
you like a nigga
I'm in
with
the
a dress
car
on.
answering the question.
Yeah.
And so my answer was, the possibility exists, and I don't think you guys can deny it. if you do not know that person is transsexual, there may be some type of, maybe you see them from afar and they got the makeup on, they got the wig on. And you see them, you don't see the body.
No, D Forbes, because you said a couple of weeks ago that the transgenders can be a little tricky. You said that yourself. That came out of your mouth.
So
that's not even an argument.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm thinking in my head.
Know.
Applying logic to it, yeah, of course. If I don't know, but then once, as a heterosexual male, you find out that that's a man,
then you're like, no.
Then you're probably not so much attracted to that person.
Not at all. It's not a thing.
The possibility still does exist for you to be attracted to a transsexual. But you may not know. You can't sit there and say, "Oh no." You don't know,
bro. You cannot tell me you haven't came across these pictures on Facebook where it's 7 of them and you don't, and they say pick one, and you don't know which one is the transsexual.
Is it possible?
Are you serious? So we line up 11 chicks right here, and we don't know which ones are dudes. Really?
Bro, this is not even a point of argument, bro. I don't think.
How can you pose that question? How could
somebody came up to me and like, look at this picture? You know what I'm saying?
Same thing. I think that was Kobe.
I
think that was Kobe.
Yeah.
Bro, we live in 2019. They got surgeries, they got money, they got procedures to where you cannot tell. Like, so for you to sit up here and say, like, I think if you put 100 dudes in a room, it's not gonna be an argument with nobody but Forbes. like we're not saying
to be attracted.
Yeah, for you to say,
we're not saying being attracted to a transsexual that you know is a transsexual.
Right.
Once you know it's a transsexual
and
you have that attraction and you act on it, then you are
gay.
no longer heterosexual.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is, and I have. Just like they do on Jerry Springer or on Facebook. You got a picture with 7 people on there. One of them is a heterosexual. Pick out the heterosexual. You look up and down. You cannot tell which one is the heterosexual. So he's saying, based on the premise of you not knowing, can you be fooled?
I grew up watching Jerry Springer just like you niggas. Every time that nigga come out on stage with a wig on, you know that's a nigga.
No, D Forbes, you just
not every time.
A couple of episodes ago, you said it came out of your own mouth. You said that transgenders, it can be a little tricky sometimes to like know, because these days and times like surgery has. Okay, I'm gonna go find it for you. Surgery these days have enhanced where, like Cam said, if you're from afar and she got a banging body, you gonna be like, as a man, you gonna look. But then once you get that notion that this is a man, then of course you
just
like,
take it in the club.
Yeah.
In the club, Big Tuck just got food. You see what I'm saying? But just take it in the club with the lights dim,
that was
lights
up
out.
close and personal. We all seen that video.
No, that girl looking, from me being a woman, looking at that video, that transgender bent over like that looked it like a woman. Like it kind of turned me on when he slapped her ass. But then when I'm reading the caption and it says it's a man, I'm like, damn.
You want tranny panties?
Yeah, I almost wanted some tranny panties. But then it's like, what can I do with a dick? I don't know. Like, so I mean, it can, even for a woman, it can be. Like sometimes, like, damn, that man is gorgeous.
So no, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get a couple of trannies up here and see if he can tell the difference.
All you gotta do is scroll up and down Instagram, and there's pictures on there that you would think. I done went and seen myself. So me, you know how Instagram and Facebook, they gonna put that one person there, it could be like 20,000 likes, but then that one person they name gonna show. And I'm not gonna say it may not be in this room, but it's been times where people have liked a photo, but if you actually look further into that photo, that's actually a man. But I could see why it was mistaken, because it looked like a woman.
Yeah. That's why
especially on the Insta, if you sit there and you look at a picture, you're gonna know you're looking at a nigga.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
So then I would have to ask you, D Forbes, what's the difference between a transsexual and an unattractive woman?
One has a box and the other one has a dick.
Besides that, if you don't know that's a transsexual person, what would be the difference between that person and an ugly woman?
Is she like really fat and she doesn't have a neck? Like,
ugly woman.
Ugly women don't have Adam's apples, Cam.
Okay, what if they had surgery and they don't have no Adam's apple?
Is that a thing?
Some men don't.
Yes.
Some men you can't visibly see their Adam's apple, but they're not a transgender.
What if he's a petite guy and he don't have an Adam's apple?
The fact that it's a nigga, especially you're talking
What
about.
if you can't see the Adam's apple? What if the person is across the room and you not looking at Adam's apple? You can't even, they sitting down, then you at a bar and you just see them across the bar and you just see the face.
And I'm like, what?
Well, some people ain't gonna be realistic. People, you not realistic.
And I'm like, what? I ain't never been attracted to no dude before.
This is have that debate with him.
Why y'all trying to make it seem like it's just like some
because you want because
no, we not. Bro, I would never be.
Because you trying
it hasn't happened to me.
No,
I haven't been tricked by a transgender before.
I've never been tricked by a transgender, bro.
I've never gotten to that point to where I can't tell that this is a nigga with a fucking wig on or whatever the fuck. It's just not. That's just me.
Forbs, I never have either. But the discussion was, this is 2019 going on 2020. It's not as simple as putting on a wig and some lipstick, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that simple no more. Like, they got shit to where you get these hormones, you change everything about you. You see what I'm saying?
There's still something that's not quite right, yo.
But you don't know that.
You don't know that.
Did you got like, he got a penis sense in your brain that goes off every time a transsexual
see when we step
person
on
walks
Oaklawn
by?
on Saturday.
I don't think about
from Cedar
penis. Like
Springs.
Ain't nobody.
You have to kind of be realistic. You can't just sit
Yeah.
there and say
So
there is no
y'all gotta be realistic.
possibility.
Y'all can't be sitting here talking like JoJo said. There's 100 men and just think that all of them has somehow been slightly attracted to a transgender.
That's not
before.
what we
That's
said.
not
That's not what he
thought.
said.
That's not the
So what am I
what he
being? So what
said.
exactly am I being unrealistic about? What did you say? Because I'm certain I'm not
That's the
getting.
point.
Does the pop?
Never mind. Dude.
Never mind.
Cam.
Never mind. Let me just reiterate. Let me
You trying to make it
reiterate.
seem like it's cool to be attracted to it?
No, we
No,
not.
no.
Not cool. That's
You-
not what we're
that's not-
saying.
Nigga,
Y'all don't
I
get what
would
I'm
never say that in
don't-
my
Y'all
life.
don't get what I'm saying.
Listen,
Y'all don't get what I'm saying. Y'all need to listen. That's the
No,
you know,
I would never say that
I
in
get
my
it,
fucking
but
life,
you don't
my
get
guy.
it. I get it, but you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still sitting here saying, "Yo, blah, blah. Can I ask you a question?" On that picture, no, on that picture that you mentioned earlier. You know what I'm saying? What was on the other side when you flipped it?
You can tell that she, you know what I'm saying, she had some.
There was a way of looking at it that you were able to tell that she was a man.
But that's exactly what Cam is saying. Not until when he saw the first
When he
picture,
realized.
was like, oh, okay. But once he swiped, he saw that it was a man. The attraction, the old was gone.
Let me tell you something.
It was no more. We're not saying that you continue to be attracted after you find out that it was a man.
Now, I have no problem. I got love deposit going on, right? So I can't be discriminatory in what I do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I go through and I purposely send attractive women friend requests because for shit like the love rug I got coming up. You see what I'm saying? Now, I accidentally sent a tranny a friend request. I didn't know it was a tranny until it came back down my timeline again. And I'm like, okay, who is this person? And I clicked and I didn't realize it was a tranny until I went into the comments and people started saying he.
And then what did you do?
I deleted it off my Facebook. And the only reason I deleted it is because I sent him a friend request versus him sending, like, if it's somebody close that I know, somebody who knows somebody and all that other kind of stuff, then I don't have no problem. You see what I'm saying?
But even yet, still,
I'm
JoJo,
saying even to that extent, I wasn't attracted to this person, but I didn't realize it was a
How big
tranny.
is that picture?
Huh?
When you're sending friend requests, how big is that picture? Just
Oh,
scrolling
my.
down.
No, listen to what D4s. Listen
not
to
a thing. It's
D4s.
not a comparable
D4s,
thing.
but listen to what I'm saying.
Really?
D4s, listen to me.
gotta be an
D4s,
Arizona thing.
D4s, listen to me. I wasn't attracted. I went through more than one picture
Wasn't
and couldn't
attracted.
tell that it was. Listen, but the nigga wasn't ugly. I went through more than one picture and couldn't tell it was a woman. And then when it came down my timeline and I see people and I go back, who is this? And I see people talking about he, and I go to the info, it say change his profile picture. I got him up off of there. You
Now
see
your
what I'm
key
saying?
phrase still in there was I wasn't attracted to him. Right?
Oh my!
Boom.
We're done. All right,
Thank
you can
Hey,
only talk
y'all got
to.
it. Game
Oh
true.
shit! Lord. Go
Okay,
ahead.
that's what's wrong with society.
Okay, the
Straight
society you live in. Oh,
Call me old fashioned. You know what I'm saying?
You got 7 minutes.
7 minutes. I don't remember when I lost my damn.
All right, go JoJo.
What is your favorite fantasy?
Ew.
A fantasy?
Not a fetish, but a fantasy.
A fantasy? I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. Me and my wife say we get down. My wife, we get down.
Who was your best partner and why? I gotta get that one up to my first, Ariel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that because we learned together and we're still the best of friends to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I would call that a true partner. Big ups, baby. Yeah, you know I'm saying.
All right, that sounds like a safe answer. All right, so have you done anything illegal? Hell the fuck yeah. Yeah, I've done things illegal. I ain't gonna say what they were, but yeah. All right.
My first question was, when did I lose my virginity? Is it a shame that I don't remember when I lost my virginity?
Yeah.
It's a shame. Everybody in here remember when they lost their virginity?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Okay.
Yeah, that's a shame, Uncle JoJo. That's a shame.
Yeah, I broke up with
some
my
whole
first
phases
partner
last longer
the
than
next
others.
Day.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I remember the phone number. It was his mama phone number. You know how everybody's phone number started the same, so I still remember that phone number.
Yeah.
Now he's like a cornball.
So I got, have you ever faked an orgasm? I think we talked about this the other day.
Just now.
Yeah.
We just talked about it.
That was today.
Nigga, that was 45 minutes ago.
All right, we got time for one more.
What you just put back?
I never opened it. All right.
What's the most embarrassing thing that turns you? What kind of embarrassing? Like what? What is embarrassing?
Something embarrassing that turns you on. Like you really
Those
want to tell people that
transgenders
turns
on
you on?
What do you say?
He said them nothing.
Say, bro, don't be taking no shots and play. I don't listen, D4. I don't play like that, bro. Cause let me tell you something. When it come down to the come down, you act like you got some blockage up around this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Say, like I didn't want to go there, but nigga, you coming in like that. You act like you got some blockage like that.
You always wish stay here.
I'm telling you,
we definitely go there.
Say, I'm telling you. Look, if you look closely, he had a little tear coming down his tear. That nigga like, please don't talk about it.
Hey, welcome to the block. I mean, you know what I mean?
But
I'm gonna find the episode.
The most embarrassing thing that turns me on, it ain't really nothing. I'm just a big ass freak. You know what I mean? I can't think of nothing that's embarrassing. Freak. Big old freak. Big booty, big old freak.
All right, it says the last time you cried, I actually cried today. Yeah. Emotional. It was some bullshit too. I was crying at my brother. So prayers out to my brother.
Okay. Prayers out to her brother.
My most favorite possession. Gotta go with the Buick. Gotta go with the Buick. You know what I'm saying? It rides strong, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's American built. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Up under the engine, that's Pittsburgh steel, baby. You know what I'm saying? They sent it off to Detroit to do other shit. Tell your friends.
Well, I think I touched on this question earlier, and the answer is no, I don't have that picture anymore. It says, do you have spicy pictures or videos saved on your phone?
You don't have anything in your phone? You're so boring.
No, I don't have nobody send it to.
So somebody scroll to the left, they want to accidentally see some shit?
Nah.
Nothing?
Nah.
Everybody got that one. Oh, shit, my bad.
My stuff is clean.
Big ups. Your stuff clean.
I'll just get to scrolling in my shit.
My shit sewer water dirty.
My inbox is like ding 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 ding. Like bitch blocked. Alright guys, so this was the block. Shout out to D4.
Hold on. You say your inbox is random?
Yeah, you know, in 2019, dudes we were having a whole conversation on Facebook yesterday about how brave dudes are just sending their
So
dick
are you going
pics.
to press charges moving forward, because you know it's a Class C misdemeanor now?
I'm not going to press charges, but ever since that started happening, I'm more selective of who becomes my friends.
Yeah.
And then once they do it, like they are automatically blocked from my page.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this has been The Block with your girl Stefani Love and
D Forbs, baby.
D Forbs in the building, and then we also got Mr. Uncle JoJo.
Uncle JoJo Radio.
Go ahead.
I was just trying to be adventurous, man. I apologize for my tardiness. I would never do that again. But we need to petition because that is discriminatory. Like for real, like niggas, like people in South Dallas don't want to ride scooters.
That
you
is
see what I'm saying?
That is
like I'm talking about as soon as I crossed over, it cut off like nigga. You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is. Thanks for having me again, Uncle JoJo.
You right, you buy. You right, you buy.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So we are out of this bitch. This has been The Block. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to all of our listeners on YouTube, VillaCoolerRadio.com, and also Periscope, Twitch, Vaughn, YouTube, Facebook. We definitely thank y'all for another Tuesday. We'll be back Friday, D4 to myself with the hottest countdown in the city. Shout out to Dallas Vibes tomorrow and Thursday night with our boy Ricky, Radio Ricky and Corray. We got AVO coming in the building Friday, so y'all tune in to Villa Cooler Radio. This has been The Block, and class is now dismissed.
Tell your friends.
Boom.
Black on fire, what about churn?